card consistently, paid off consistently, every particular month, you got to make sure that you have 100% on time payments. Now, that's pretty easy, right? So, say, for example, if you do have a balance on a card, a thin credit profile at the end of the day means 5 accounts or less. 10 plus accounts shows lenders that you're more of a formidable borrower. You have more clout. You're able to manage more accounts, over a period of time. So, again, going back to 90 days, you want to make sure that you're able to manage these accounts for at least 90 days and up. All right. All right. And I have 5 accounts, and you have a 720, and you have 30 accounts. Your 720 is actually stronger than my 720. All right. Everybody starts off with a FICO number of 300. That's where we all start. That's your baseline. Now you have to get 550 points in order for you to be able to reach 850. So that's where you get that enviable 850. So that right there, 30 plus 35 plus 15 is 80%. Lenders essentially want to see that you are a holistic individual. Now, what does a holistic individual look like? Right? They have installment loans, whether it's in the form of personal loans. So let me break that part down. At the end of the day, there's something called an average, a weighted average. All right, hold on. All right, the last two questions I don't particularly care about whether you get them right or whether you get them wrong. But as long as you get the 8 questions correct, revolving credit card and charge cards. So that's how it is that it goes into this particular kind of a tier. All right, so you have the mortgages, which has the heaviest weight on your credit profile, auto loan. So now, if you want to be able to build your credit profile from scratch, now this is essentially for those of you who are starting from the bottom up, installment loans, etc. All right. So you have Kickoff number one. Kickoff is essentially a revolving credit card. So they have 3 particular tiers. You can start off with a $5 monthly plan. They'll report to the credit bureau $750. Now, it's essential for me to say this. So you have something called pledge loans through Navy Federal, and they'll give you the money back. This is a particular hack where what you do is you pay off 90% of it, and they will give you the money right back. Not a day, well, it actually takes about 24 to 48 hours for them to put the money right back into your account. And now you're going to have an installment loan reporting that you paid off 90% of. So Navy Federal, their maximum secured cards goes up to 5K. And the beauty of it is that they actually graduate in a short period of time. A lot of people use like other credit cards, secured cards. You have Open Sky, which I think is a horrible idea. All right. You have Capital One. I don't think they're great either. They said essentially the system was going to update it whenever it was ready. Living, for your living situation, if you want to have a trade line that is reporting rent, you have several others. You have Rental Karma, you got Boom. My favorite happens to be Rent Reporters. Now I'll tell you why. So whether it's your landlord or whether you're living with family and you want to say that you're paying money and this money is going towards rent. So what are authorized user trade lines? It's essentially what it is that I mentioned earlier. All right. So if you don't have that particular individual in your family who's willing to, help you out in that particular sense, you can always go to a company called Trade Line Supply.